Welcome back to Class Culture. This is an episode of African Proverbs. Do you prepare for winter? Welcome to 2024. I think this is my second one, so we're on track. Welcome back, Hearts of Gold. I appreciate you. My goal is to record one of these to follow Word of Worship. And if you are participating, if you are engaged, if you are subscribed, thank you very much. If you are sharing, this is the day we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday on his birthday. So it's pretty special for me. So, welcome back. We are going to talk about, do you prepare for winter? I do. I'm always ready for the rain. Now, next year, I'm going to promise myself to buy me some rubber ducky boots because even though I have a nice pair of leather boots I wear during the winter or fall, I try to pull them through winter in the rainy season and it don't work. So maybe I'm just going to wait till next year because if I wear them this year, they get all weird. So I'm going to use all of the boots that I have and probably because I can keep a pair of boots. I can keep a pair of boots. I can keep them up to 6-7 years. So that's my plan, Stan. So yeah, I'm gonna go through all of my supply and wear them, wear them, wear them. And when I start going back out to the ranch, I only go horseback riding and out to the ranch like April through October because the winter it's just too much for me, and I don't want to be sick. And it's to me it's just a more pleasant experience if you don't have big coats on and hats and gloves and jackets and leather and chaps and whatever else because it's cold. And the place I go to, they do not have a covered like arena where you can go and horseback ride or train. And it's just not a good thing for me to be out in the harsh weather now that I am old and I'm older and I'm not doing it. I got sick last week just because we were out and about and around a lot of people. So I know exactly what's going to happen because I'm around a lot of people because it's a holiday. But yeah, on a personal level, do you prepare for winter? Um, as far as your household, mentally, do you stock up on supplies so you're not going to the grocery store that often? I do. You all know I do. Shout out to my shopping playlist and haul list. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna name it prepper. I got a little prepper in me. Yeah, and I don't go crazy, but instead of one, a 20 bottle water bottle situation, I might buy four at one time. And then when I go through two, I'll buy two more. So I always have four. My reason is one for every season. So if I had to drink one, because you get 24 bottles. So if you have to drink one bottle a day, just in case something happened and the water's tainted or whatever, at least you have that. I like Bath and Body Works. What is the correct term? They're calling it gentle, clean, foaming hand soap. I like that. Just in case you don't have access to water, it's liquid, and at least you could wipe it off because you want to drink the water, but at least you can cleanse yourself. And so I'm going to do another prepper. Here I am. Let's focus. So, did you prepare for winter? It's sort of the same for every season, you know. Obviously, the continent of Africa has different climates, right? So that's why I shared this picture. You should always be preparing year round, right? So let's talk about it. So down below in the description box, and welcome if you are new, it goes. Number one, we have a whole playlist. Everything's in order. You can, if you want to binge on just African proverbs, thank you very much. They're all on one playlist. That's down below in the description box. What we're going to talk about is also there. African proverb about winter, African proverb about weather, African proverb about survival in bad weather, weather in Africa, and 3 websites. I'm going to keep it organic, whereas some of these I chose, it looked good, but I'm going to go and discuss it as we discover it together, because every season is different. Every year is different. We all have a routine. We all have traditions. We all know what's coming. Quoting fingers in the air. We are grateful if we make it through another season, another year, another decade. I've made it through 6 decades of my life. Thank you to my parents that guided me. Thank you to Deirdre for paying attention and, being prepared, thinking about what my needs are. I don't cook that much hot meals, that is, in the summer, but in the winter, we are inside. We want to, build, you have protein, build up energy, stay warm. Sometimes I buy blankets that are like hideous, but I don't care because it's just keeping me warm, because I don't want the heat on all night, because you wake up and you're all dry, and that's a lot of money. Just buy them and put them under the good blankets, and after you're done that winter, you can either toss them or wash them or pack them away where you don't physically see them, because they might be totally the wrong color, but it might have been a good deal. I love quilts. If you pile 6 or 7 quilts, not that you have to. I don't live in the tundra. I'm in San Francisco. But let's just say I lived in Mammoth Lakes. Well, then through summer, you use the quilt to decorate or put it in a corner or have it hanging nice and pretty. But in the winter, you can sleep on 3 quilts on top of your sheet and then 3 quilts on top of your body. I always have something over my head. What's the point in having all this warmth in your head is out? Because we always have our scarf or our do-rag or whatever you do to protect your hair, ladies. Silk preferably, satin if you can. But then I always put something over my head. I always do. Because sometimes a quilt or a blanket is too heavy. So it's just, I sleep like a bug in a rug. I sleep like a baby, but I'm so warm and happy, and that's just how it is. But do you prepare? I hope you do. And then African proverbs are wisdom from people who have something to give. And that's why I love studying them. And I thought about the other day, Happy New Year, if I haven't said that before, or if this is your first time here, or whenever you watch this video, hello, welcome. They make me feel good because right now we're celebrating King, and we all know what he had to go through for equality, where we were already there. We were just fighting a system that tried to erase our wisdom, our worth, our integrity, our strength, our purpose, our kingdoms and queendoms, when these continents and kingdoms have been in place for millennia. So that's why I want to hear their voices. I want to think about the continent and the countries in it. Pick one country a month, okay? And there are like 75 countries. Maybe we should do that. And discover what those individual countries are about. Switzerland is not like Germany, okay? So it's, for me, it's just ignorant when people go like Africans or Black people. That means absolutely nothing to Deirdre, right? So please invest in yourself with knowledge. Wow, it's right here at our fingertips. So I appreciate you and welcome. And if you've been here, hug. Thank you. I appreciate you. And if you want to, this is your first one, please Join the replay crew. I do not discuss the same thing twice. No, ma'am. No, sir. So the first thing we're going to look at is African proverb about winter. Okay, winter. I don't know why I said tour. So I prepare. So I hope you do as well. So let me see. African proverb about winter. Here we go. Let me share. And then I'm going to talk about something that is interesting. I talked about this during an episode of Kwanzaa. So please check out that playlist as well. So I'm sorry, I have to focus. African proverb about winter, because I have one that's African proverb about weather. Okay, and I'm going to take me off the screen. There we go. Oops. No, I don't need to be tiny. So yes, shout out to all the people that do prepare, especially those African women. You need wood for fire. They don't do electricity in the countryside. So when you Google it, you get all types of good information. Don't just stop at the top. If you want, go all the way down. Sorry if that's making you dizzy. You know, before you look at the pretty pictures like I do, squirrel. Right? Oh, this one keeps going. Oh, beautiful. Because some of them have pages. Okay, so it's everything. Motivational, remind us, children, books, right? Websites, references, animals, a coloring book, wisdom, origins, villages. I mean, wow, right? And again, okay, I'm going to go up top real fast. Again, we know how we roll. You can look at images. You can look at videos. You can look at news. Let's hit news. 4 days ago, it's Christmas, right? So some of them, okay. South Africa's energy crisis explained in 5 quotes from the state's utility leadership. Okay, so that's something's interesting, right? About the continent. That's my point. Now, it is my job to introduce it. It is your job as a heart of gold to say, wow, that's interesting. I never thought about that. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Heart of Gold, for stopping by. Keep it pushing. I want to envelop you into where I'm already existing. I'm already there. So, yeah, you know. And then doing studies as well. Or someone in your family might need a topic, a subject matter. So when I put in African proverb about weather, then we start getting into the Proverbs. And here it was very interesting how they talked about rain. So right now I'm in the rainy season in San Francisco. So that applies to me, right? So we're going to go into the Proverbs in a minute. I just want to demonstrate different websites. This is how you find information, because I often hear people say, where do you go? I like this one. When the weather is cold, no woman is ugly. Bodies have heat. People often huddle to stay alive, right? I love this one. Love like rain does not choose the grass on which it falls. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me just, I just want that just for me, So yeah, lots of websites. Pinterest is something Deirdre is going to force herself to clean up. I used to be in it really, really heavy, but I mean, I just haven't had the time. So yeah, and I want to go and clean up. I want to make sort of, I have some things written down For instance, if I were to make my Pinterest based on word of worship, African proverbs, fashion, makeup, Bath and Body Works, and anything that interests me, sewing, crafts, arts, quilts. We talked about quilts. I forgot what they're called, groups, let's just say, for lack of a better term, of each of those topics that interest me already set up. So when I'm retired, they're ready to go. So I'm going to allow myself, even if I post 2 or 3 pictures a month, so that's 24 months. So that's 50 pictures under each, right, group. So I'm excited. I love getting organized and preparing. Just like I'm asking, do you prepare for winter? Where I'm preparing for my retirement. Just like every year up until this point, I've prepared for what's coming next. You have a move, you have a celebration, you have winter, you have to paint the house, you got to paint a wall, you got to install a new appliance, you got to repair a step in the stairwell, whatever you have to do, you have to prepare for it. You got to go buy it, you got to measure, you got to take a day off or whatever. So yeah, I like this one. Love, like rain, does not choose the grass on which it falls. I like that one better. I can save that one because the other one's a little fuzzy. The rain wets the leopard spots, but does not wash them off. Right? And rain is for the earth, for goodness sake. People kill me. Oh, I hate the rain. I hate the rain. Well, sometimes I do too, but it ain't about you. If I have ever seen magic, it has been in Africa. So I like that. I like that. And we just touch on these things. I don't go into depth. It is not my go-to. Let's just have a documentary. Yeah, that's in the future. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I am preparing myself. I'm putting this information where I can get to it immediately. So the next thing is now it's only 4, Google searches, but I had to be wordy to get the right thing. African proverb about survival in bad weather, which I love research. I love gathering and gaining knowledge, right? So we could also, like in the future, get on the topic of survival skills. Like when we start going camping, yeah, it could be a rainstorm, it could be a avalanche, it could be an EQ, it could be a dust storm, it could be a wild boar. Survival skills is real. How you dress. I think I shared on a video a couple of days ago how I said at work we were talking about one coworker was trying to make another coworker feel a way about having a lighter. What? Fire. I'm in the ground scratching 2 twigs or doing the rope thing. They taught me that in military. I can use that if I have to, but if I just have a lighter, I'm good. And carry some pieces of paper with you, right? I need heat. Those who want rain must also accept the mud. Exactly. Like I just said, it's for the earth deal. Uber if you don't want to, get on the plane, the BART, the train, do whatever to stay out of the, moisture, but don't complain about it. I do my best. Sometimes do you find yourself complaining about something? Let's just say in San Francisco is very hilly, right? Up this hill, down this hill, around this hill. Some sidewalks are actually concrete steps or you'll die. But I do some of them, I don't challenge myself, but there is one hill every morning I do because that's good for your heart. And I get my exercise, 5 minutes, good, I'm gone. I'm good. Like sometimes I like a crazy lady. I try to carry things. My daughter wants me to get a push cart just like they do in Chinatown. I'm like, okay, I will. Because I try to carry things with my hands and my arms, and I'm like, who? Stop it. So I'll probably get it next payday. Because I had shoulder surgery a year and a half ago. Yeah, yeah, over all the years and hoorahing and carrying backpacks and 60 years of that. It was a toll. And I feel better. I finally get to the point where I feel no pain. Muscles take forever to grow back, and I didn't go to physical therapy because I am by trade. I do other things, but I do have massage therapy certification. That's what they call it here in the California. In Nevada, it's a licensed massage therapist, LMT, and I'm looking for the next thing up. So you'll be on that journey too. But anywho, uh, I did my own therapy, and I have all of my motions. I'm moving my arm now, in full range, and my doctor was super impressed. I'm like, yeah, I'm not giving y'all no money. So what's the next thing? Weather in Africa. And then we'll move on to, oh, I knew there was a couple things I wanted to talk about that might be a bit controversial. Because, for instance, the symbol that unfortunately the Nazis used, they tilted it, is a symbol of happiness. So this word is a word that is just like if you were saying I'm running, and then megalomaniac, gave that title to his political party, running. And then they murdered a lot of people, live by the sword, die by the sword. Shout out to A Word of Worship in Real Time. Please watch that playlist. Good information. All of a sudden, people don't want to use the word running. It's like, you know what? We are too intelligent. We are too evolved to do that. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not afraid of intellect. Okay. So, weather in Africa. I'm sorry. I can't deal with low lives that don't get it. I'm just saying I am not going to suppress or to tiptoe over a good word from the good continent of Africa about the good women who survived through millennia. Okay, by gathering wood. I mean, are you kidding? Preparing. So anyway, yeah, that's another way of trying to degregate. Is that the right word? Yeah, let me see. Because I'm not above learning new things. Yes, to lower in grade, rank, or status. And maybe I should put that in there. And I will. Because I can. And we'll talk about it. See? Organically. Our culture. I'm not having it. Not on my channel. I'm in control over here. Mm-hmm. So, do you prepare for winter? Because in Africa, there are so many different climates. They better. And guess what, y'all? They did. Because we wouldn't be here. People of certain cultures and races. Precipitation intensity is always high, and it is a hot continent. Warm and hot climates prevail all over Africa, but mostly the northern part is marked by aridity and high temperatures. Only the northernmost of the southernmost fringes of the continent have a Mediterranean climate. So they do experience cold. Now the mountains, you'll see snow, and every once in a while it snows. But basically, it's a lot of the Sahara. Serengeti, what I'm saying, it's just Sahara Desert, it's basically hot, and they're here, they're showing you Okay. So, what is the weather like in Africa? Northern Africa is more desert with high temperature, whereas Sahara can drop below freezing because it's desert. And then in Central Africa, they have monsoon, soaring humidity, heavy seasonal rains. But like when the sun go down wherever you are, it's going to be hot. Like in Vegas, it's hot all the time. But anyway, yeah. What month is the hottest? So let's just say you're planning to travel. Again, do you prepare? Sometimes I used to only travel during winter to get the better deals, off season as they call it. But here you shouldn't you know? Shouldn't you know? You know. So do your homework. So if you hit weather in Africa tomorrow, then they'll tell you, Weather Channel, AccuWeather.com. We live in a digital age, so I think every African should be given a cell phone, but that's me. So if you go to images, right? And it doesn't mean they're gonna all want to live the Western style of life. It's just they should be connected, but still live in their I just call it in the country way. Now for every culture, country way is different. It's not, cowboy country. They're Africa. They are living with animals that will kill you. You gotta be careful. So yeah, here in I think that's interesting. I could talk about weather in Africa all day long. And Western Africa is where all our tornadoes come from. Did you know that? The jet stream, it's very interesting. It is very interesting. So, okay. Now this is a topic that interests me. Okay. So I'm making sure I get attacked by these crazy ads. I guess because these are less, let's just say, visited websites, so they don't have a lot of frills, but a lot of ads get attached. So here, I'm going to make this a little longer. Oops. Sorry, I'm just getting this lined up. Okay, and then the other thing is an image, and then image. There we go. Yeah, I'm putting it in there. Why not? Because this is, let's just say, this is an activity, a tradition, a need, a requirement, a survival skill to what? Stay alive. You got to carry that fuel you need to keep your family what? Warm. Girl. Right? What, huh? All humankind, because we are the first human. Oh, these women and men, obviously, but shout out to the women that carried it on their head, because the men were hunting, getting the food, the women were gathering, taking care of the home, the hut, the village. I want to live in a hut. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't got to pay no bills. I'm for it, baby. But here we go. So I just added these. So give me a moment. A bundle of sticks or twigs bound together as fuel. Knowledge is power, and I'm feeding myself, my soul. My channel is about me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We are on this journey together. Now, there is a word, a very interesting word, FAGOT. The definition is a bundle of twigs a bundle of sticks bound together used as fuel. Now, it sounds like another word. And the reason why that word got a negative connotation, just like I think it's the Korean symbol for happiness, because a group of people tried to fake out a whole country for their own gain. And he died in a hole in the ground because he committed uai, right? Because he's a coward. Was because the men would describe other men who were either afraid, didn't have the skills, or had an affinity for other men's company as women. You know, so they still had to eat and work and exist in the community. So they would also go out and gather the fuel, the wood, the twigs. You can't carry a log on your head, so it wasn't about no logs. It was about twigs. The smaller, the better. So yeah, that's where that connection came from. And unfortunately, it's here today, and you can't even say it on the internet. And when you give education, people go, "Oh, but it's negative." No, it's not. You've taken something that kept humankind alive, fire. Obviously, Africans, people crack me up, created fire. No, it's not creating fire, but they definitely, it came from that continent. But yeah, even it says here, a bundle of twigs or twigs, especially when bound together and used as fuel. This is educational, and I will not have any ignorance around me. So yeah, that's why it got connected to, disgusting words and disgusting people who are disgusting and don't understand our laws, because people can live how they wish as long as they aren't breaking law, hurting, harming, or disrupting someone's tranquility. Also, as mankind, spread throughout the globe, other women did the same thing in other cultures. Give me a break, right? And that's what it is. So yeah, I love that, and I'm proud of that, and I don't do ignorance, and here I thought the first word was a bit interesting. I'm gonna have to do my research on that one. And I know you see it. And the last word. But anyway, I giggle to myself because it just, your mind goes over here, and I do funny all day long at things that make me laugh. So here are pictures of women, African women that carry sticks. So I cleaned it up. But I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is the thumbnail I use. Not only is she gathering for her families, their survival, she has her baby there. That's her baby. We come in all shades. So I'm not going to show that picture because she is here. She's not covered. But yeah, this is beautiful. That's what they do. Look at that. They say, I know it's pretty tiny, you can carry up to 70 pounds on your head. I've never tried it. I'm probably too, I probably should have did that on my 40s just to see if I could do it. But here is the picture I have in the background. But yeah, millennia. That's how we got where we are, y'all. Survived. Because humankind need heat. It is Malcolm's birthday celebration, but let's read this. The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. I'm experiencing that at the age of 60 by despicable people on YouTube, and it is my job to take my power and my attention away and gather my peace and prepare for winter and my retirement and have fun, fight back, clap back, do whatever I got to do. But I am so disgusted by these weak people on YouTube. It is really, really a phase out here that people can't control themselves, and people who look just like Malcolm and Martin are doing exactly what these men lost their lives for. I will not have it. I demand peace in my life. And it's easy to eliminate people, y'all. You block them, you ignore them, you do whatever. Go to the police, go to the court for a legitimate reason. You can stop someone from bothering you. But isn't that something? The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And Malcolm X, they lie on us, and they still lie. Because they don't want to watch a word of worship, because they don't want to watch a proverb or about their culture, they ignore what you really are saying, what you really are about, and I get that. So as I grow golden, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I'm gonna put that in here. Yeah, grow golden. I'm good. All right, grow golden. Oops, I'm good because I know better. I know right from wrong. I know what is what. You know what I mean? It's like you cannot move it, right? So I'm gonna make that big and read that in the morning. Yes. Just because somebody disrespects you does not take away degregate. Date. I'm tired. Let me see. I'm doing two things at once. Give me a second. I know I pulled it up. Yeah, degregate. Your life, your accomplishments, your presence, your peace, your power, your purpose. It does. Like if I get like attacked, and then I'm strike them down, based on the Google guidelines, and then I click off and I go to my home or my job or my happy place or the library or my bank or wherever I go. Okay, vacation, whatever. Out having a lovely dinner with AT2. Shout out to AT2 in real time. That was wonderful. It's going to get funner and better and better. We're going to giggle at the first one, and we're going to drag ourselves. It doesn't take anything away from me. That's why I feel sorry for people who keep trying, who are so sick in this season, during Christmas season, during King season, during any day you're breathing and have your health and wealth, knock on everything, and purpose and light and love. And the internet, where you look at puppies all day, arts and crafts. Come on over to art and craft therapy. Watch me do Bath and Body Works, whatever it takes for happy. Because to degrade, to lower in rank, grade, status, demote, to strip of rank or honors, to lower in an inferior or lesser. You can't. Not truthfully, but what they try to do, hurts to go, especially in America and any race that is very disrespectful, very sick. I've always said racism is a sickness, and a lot of people are fearful, negative, unhappy. And that has nothing to do with me because none of those things are on my menu, So it's interesting when you can, in 2024, I can walk and have access. But 100 years ago, my great great grandmother couldn't. That is why I prepare for everything as I grow golden. I'm good. That's why. That's why I take it so seriously. I hope you do. Because why not? So we have 3 websites. And we'll be done with this episode. Yay, I did it. I'm staying on track. I'm staying on track. And thank you for being here. Subscribe. Thank you. All right. So I'm just making sure I'm hitting the right Webby because I really want to close this out. Let me see what it looked like. Yes, rain proverbs. So we're in the rainy season. Shout out to anybody in this. Even the United States is going through a lot of weather. It is winter. We know this, right? We know this. I hope so. This website has a lot of ads, so be careful. But this is a good one. Clouds do not always mean rain, but smoke is a sure sign of fire. I like that one. And they have other, I told you before, I'm going to look at other proverbs, not just African proverbs, during these episodes. So interest on debts grows without rain, right? If rain bothers you, you can always jump into the sea. That's a Chinese one. It's like, stop complaining because we don't want to hear it. You won't win because if you're out in the sailboat and the boat go down, if you can survive because them animals is hungry, right? Rain does not fall on one roof alone. Cameroonian, Chinese, that was a Yiddish one. One day of rain, Malawian. Sorry, I keep reading the African ones. Far surpasses a whole year of drought. I'll take the rain, Alex in heaven, for $0. Morning rain and women's tears dry as fast as each other. That is a Czech proverb. Okay, and look at this over here. So keep your eyes over here. Okay, wisdom of the ages. So this is a good website, even though the ads were pesty. I closed a lot of them. Inspirational, motivational, arts and entertainment. I'm definitely going to be coming back over here. Hard times. So if you made a mistake today, go to Hard Times, hit mistakes, proverbs, and feel better, or gain some insight. We are not always right, but we don't always have to feel wrong. You know what I mean? We're just human. I mean, for goodness sake, we make mistakes, but and we stop going to people that don't know that, or ask them, "Are you into African proverbs?" No. Well, this is what I found. Share it versus getting some random sort of kind of insight. And then people start talking about themselves. It's like, no, now we're off track. I'm not talking about you. Let's discuss the topic. And when someone says, let's discuss the topic, HUGz, from now on, I'm going to stop them in mid-sentence if they're ever on my panel and go, I'm not talking about you. We're talking about the topic. Focus. I don't want to know about you. Let's discuss the topic at hand. Because people try to snatch it, especially if they're narcissistic or self-centered, and go, well, no. Let's talk about the topic. Or to say, I had an experience regarding that, and I hear what you're saying. Or I was even thinking, when people hit my panel, number one, if you got any question for me, number two, it is my job to question you to get the information I need. Because my channel is about who? Me. It's my face, and my name. And when I was working on my marketing, my folks were like, no, just keep it as that. That's okay. I said, yeah, because I don't want to change my name. Class culture is the tag for the channel, but I don't want to name my channel Class Culture. That is who we are as a group. But my channel is still about me. So Class Culture is more about like merch and projects I'll have in the future. But it's like, no, I don't want to change it. Right? That's like changing Africa. Change Africa to lots of countries. Yeah, that's dumb. It's just the continent, the plot of Earth where they are. Okay. So this is a great website because you can actually go to continents. You could go to the Americas, countries, sovereign states. This is very educational. Island countries, cities, okay, landmarks. I'm going to come back for that. Languages, which I am focused with my French. I'm even speaking French on my voicemails. Yes. Okay. Maps, which I love, and some international stuff. Yeah. But countries of Africa, fishermen on Lake Victoria, and that's where my mom lived for a minute, and all that stuff. So yeah, here are some regions, some facts. That's what it looks like. Okay. All right, it's going slow. How many people live on the continents? Okay. What it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? OMG. I remember when I was about 40 or 50, it's like, I want to go to Africa now. I gotta go now. I gotta go now. And then I thought about it. I'm like, no, I'm going to travel everywhere else and then keep Africa for my older golden years. So I cannot wait to set my eyeballs. Be there. Oh, I can't wait. See, I've been to other places where parts of my DNA originate. So, okay, that was fun. That was good. Okay, done. But now I'm ready. I'm going to try to do at least one trip before I retire. Like a paid work, you know. I have a couple of coworkers that go like to different countries for a whole month. They take the whole month off. Not that they're there the whole month. But yeah, that's something I want to save up like all my vacation days in 2026, and we do that right before I retire. It is we're claiming it. What country? It is so hard to decide. I've narrowed it down. I have. So here is some good information about the climate, the people, the environment, the culture, the flags, yada yada yada, maps, waterfalls, everything. The landscape, Serengeti, the animals, everything. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, go look at that. If you ain't out there gathering your sticks, you're gonna be cold tonight. Okay, and then they talk about the continent. I think that is so amazing. Anytime I see in it's like a portal. It's something in me. There is some DNA in me that used to live with African elephants. I just know it. When I first started my Facebook page, it was because I shared this story before, sharing all our wedding pictures because they were like it's easier. And then I started searching around, and then it was at the point in time, like almost 20 years ago, when not really 20 years ago, 14 years ago, when probably before that, I can't remember, when they were trying to force China to stop killing African elephants for ivory because they had stockpiles and stock, but they were killing, poaching, and it finally ended. And I was obsessed. I would get like blocked on Facebook. We were like cussing each other out. We were just sharing stuff. I mean, I was obsessed, and I'm so happy that here we are. So you don't even know what people have interest in. You don't even know. So to see that beautiful pictures with them on their migrational journey and their routes of millennia, You know, elephants are some of the most regal animals, some of the closest descendants from dinosaurs that we have. They should be honored. They are more precious than gold. You know, so when I see that picture, I'm happy. And here I am, a YouTuber, and if I want to talk about elephants every day, I will, because I can. So yeah. So okay, I gotta click off because I'll be there forever, and I'm going back. So the last but not least is this next Webby, and then we'll be done. So what causes weather? Well, the seasons, obviously. And what causes the seasons? Well, the rotation of the Earth and the other planets and all of that. Stars, sun, moon, yada, yada, yada. So this is a fun website, Enchanted Learning. There is Etsy, because obviously I love Etsy. So yeah, here we go. So and then we will be talking. I already have 2 videos. I think I have to finish those up. Look, life happens. I'm never in a rush. Nature might think you're trying to go somewhere. Slow down. Nature will grant you what you need if you take care of yourself. If you bathe, brush your teeth, eat well, sleep, be joyful, positive energy, meditate, pray, do whatever. Hydrate to live as long as you can. Pay attention to your doctor, get your teeth cleaned, which I have to do in a week. Okay? So yeah, this is just good information about what happens, and look, planets, right? Shout out to Star Trek. I revisited all the Star Trek shows over. I didn't watch any Christmas shows except for the kitty goody ones, like the first week in December. Then after that, it was all Star Trek. I was hooked. I said, I'm revisiting everything because I love Star Trek. And we are in a leap year. So good information. That's for you. There it is for me too, down below in the description box. So no matter what, always prepare. Even if it's an hour a day, say, this is my hour to think about groceries. This is my hour to clean the refrigerator. This is my hour to make sure I have enough sheets and pillows and socks for winter. I mean, I'm not trying to say this, but let's just say your washing machine breaks down. Well, maybe you can't, you got to find a laundromat, you got to take the day off. Maybe you let 5 loads pile up or whatever, right? Always take a moment during your day and just prepare. Like okay, here's an example. When I come home from work, first thing I do, because everybody in San Francisco has a reusable bag. I'm there. I did it, you guys. I still have paper bags and things. When I go to Sephora, Bath and Body Works, they're going to give you a paper bag. And those are good because, I don't buy trash liners. I just use like the cereal box. I use the cereal box and the cereal bag, as those are 2 trash cans for me. It's just me. But yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm carrying all cloth bags, like at the grocery store and things like that. Every once in a while, I'll get my Trader Joe 1 double bag because you need it for something, But it's not every time. I carry it with me. I use it when I go to Walgreens. I'm going to start. I don't know if they're going to let me record, but I'm going to start taking pictures. Snap, snap, snap. Because I'm going to be doing some shop with me. And I always have my bag. And when it gets a little, because they don't last forever when it get a little too ripped up, then I use that as a trash bag. But yeah, it's working. I did it. It's like I turned the corner and it feels good. Even a couple of my cloth shopping bags I put in recycle bins because after a while they get beat up. And I change them and I organize them and I coordinate them with my outfits. So I'll probably do a video on my art and craft therapy channel because I am getting ready to do arts and crafts. I got a box right there. but I'm obsessed with watching people organize stuff too. So that's another way to what? Prepare basically for anything. So that's what I wish for you as a heart of gold. That's why you're here to engage, I hope, to support. That's why YouTubers become YouTubers, but to also gain something for you. And I am working on my 3,000 subscribers. Thank you. Well, and welcome new subscribers. I see you. I appreciate you. We hit our 1,500 video mark. My job. I am focused. I am determined to get as close to 3,000 videos as I can, because the more videos, the more information, the stronger your channel is. For instance, if you have someone out there trying to attack you, YouTube is going to look at your history. Wow, you've been here for 11 years. You've been doing content for 4 years, meaning you pay us, get us a lot of money, and you have a lot of good, positive information. My channel is not going nowhere. So it is my job to prepare for today and beyond. So I appreciate you, and thank you so much for the generous cash apps. So I am going to copy, and I'm going to put the playlist that I decided every video I'm going to put my playlist in. It is about self-promotion over here. Copy. There we go. And until next time, please, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. Also, thank you to other co-content creators that share my videos. Guess what? If you are not a YouTuber producing YouTube content, you have a community tab. You have a playlist. You can develop a class culture playlist, a word of worship playlist, an African Proverbs playlist, a fashion playlist, a Deirdre is addressing someone playlist, whatever. Okay? Always, please, while you're here, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know. Even, I don't care if it's a shout out to hashtag 100 for 2024. When you get in here, thumbs it up because you're in here. How about that? You pat yourself on the back that you found me. And I'm going to start putting this up more, because as we go in the future and beyond, we're going to be talking about good information. So even though I address something that people might think that, well, interesting, but they want to taint it. This video may contain some images, scenes, music, and other references copyrighted by another entity or person. Credits shall always here on my channel are given, because down below I cite them, to the rightful owners of the material taken from the open source, and this channel claims no copyright. I do not own. We don't even own our channels. I suggest all content creators download your videos to the said content. This is used for educational presentation purposes only. Thank you so much, my hearts of gold. I adore you. I bow down to you. I am happy to be here with you, and I can't wait for the rest of this year when it comes to African Proverbs. So I appreciate you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.